We're starting off. Our aspiration is to onboard, 10 farms really over the next few months. We're not going to go out and, you know, sort of on board at scale until we're ready to do so, but the amount of carbon stored within these farms are in the thousands and thousands of tons. So it's not so much really about sort of how many farms you take on. It's really making sure that there's enough carbon in the farms that make the value proposition sort of stack up. So I think for the rest of this year, we'll slowly build up, and and we'll then be ready to scale based on some real data, for 2022.
So
Don't
what
have
you're
a
saying is basically that it's not just about how many farms we onboard, but also like what is the quality of these farms in a sense of how much carbon it is stored within a soil.
Yeah, so when you launch a marketplace, as we're doing, you've got to make sure that there's a sort of good balance between the demand and the supply, and you've got to make sure so that neither party is disappointed. If we onboarded millions of tons of carbon, and the farmers were sat there expecting to get paid, and we didn't have the demand side set up properly, we'd have a disappointed farmer. On the other hand, if we had sort of ramped up and we've got huge amount of demand, and we didn't have the supply, again we'd have disappointed customers. So really, it's getting that balance right, which is something that we're very conscious of doing. So it's more about a cautious, correct approach to make everybody happy than to sort of go gangbusters and load up with millions of tons of carbon.